What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Hi! For today's video, I'm filming from my home at High Point. Yes, and I'm wearing my pajamas. Today is a Saturday, so I will most likely be wearing this all day. Now, yesterday after work, I headed straight to Waterloo Walk-in Clinic where I was diagnosed with a right ear infection. Yes, folks, I have a right ear infection. It's not a COVID-19 infection, but a right ear infection. So the doctor prescribed to me two things. One is amoxicillin 500 mg for the next 10 days. And the second one is a steroid spray for 10 days. So I'm back to my medication on top of my other medications, but I'm feeling so much better. After I took that amoxicillin and that mometazone steroid nasal spray, oh, I slept like a baby last night. Thank God for that. But this video isn't about me talking about my sickness. There is so much happening in the world right now that I want to talk to you about, and I can't wait. So stick around and I'll show you a video first before we start with my topic for today. So you've just seen a very heart-wrenching video that was put together by Castillo Educational Videos. You will find him on Facebook. Thank you very much for putting it together and for letting me use it and share it with my subscribers and viewers. Okay, in my last video, I talked lengthily about what happened to Cagayan, Isabela, and the low-lying areas around Metro Manila, including Marikina and Rizal. Okay. I also erroneously mentioned that Typhoon Ulysses actually had created significant damage onto Magat Dam in Cagayan, but that's not true. So I stand corrected in that. And thank you for that viewer who actually spoke to me and told me more details about what happened in Cagayan. And so what really happened there? I've been reading, and I found out that by the time the city engineers in Cagayan decided to open the floodgates of Magat Dam, it was a little too late because Typhoon Ulysses has already been wreaking havoc in the province and has brought with it an incredibly massive storm surge in water, which when combined with the waters in the Cagayan Valley River is enough to actually drown entire cities. So by the time the city engineers opened the floodgates, it was a little too late. Had they opened the floodgates earlier, maybe the impact of flooding would not have been so bad. But you know, who knows what could have happened if the city engineers acted earlier in opening the floodgates. When you're dealing with Mother Nature, you really cannot predict what's going to happen next. So why is Cagayan so important to Filipinos? For one, it's the rice capital of the Philippines. If a disaster or natural calamity strikes Cagayan Valley is the source of all food. Okay? What will happen is we will have a massive food shortage. It will affect our food security. Okay? So from Cagayan, ideally, all their harvest, they transport it straight to Manila, the capital. Cagayan being the source of all food, something happened there. Obviously, we're going to have a problem with food. And this will affect not only the families directly hit by Typhoon Ulysses in Cagayan Valley, but the Philippines as a whole. Because Typhoon Ulysses has already destroyed this year's crops or harvest for Cagayan Valley, we get no harvest. Okay? No harvest means no income. No income means no help for the Philippine economy, and that is really bad news. That's the second point. So entire towns and villages are now underwater. They've all been wiped out by Typhoon Ulysses. In other words, the people have been displaced and they are definitely on evacuation sites. And there are still some who need to be rescued from the rooftops of their houses, not only in Cagayan and Isabela, but also in Marikina and Rizal. Okay, you add to that the problem that the Cagayan province is facing and having to deal with the coronavirus pandemic. Then you also add to that the fact that there will be no harvest this year and next year and the year after, because there's no quick solution to this problem. This problem will take years to actually be resolved. It will take resources. It will take all of us to join hands and unite to help Cagayan and Isabela to actually recover from this catastrophe, and also Marikina and Rizal. We're not yet talking about Marikina and Rizal, but they're also really suffering there because of the typhoon, because of the pandemic. People have been displaced. They have been evacuated to evacuation centers, which have become a breeding ground for coronavirus outbreak. So sad. So what can we do to help? You and I can help by donating money. Yes, we can donate money through your local church. In my case, I coursed my donation through Christian and Missionary Alliance, and we have a sister church in Isabela, which is an alliance church, who's actually doing the logistics for us. Okay, so that's one thing. Course your donation through your local church. Don't forget to designate in your giving that this money is designated for Typhoon Ulysses in Cagayan and Isabela, and your money will be directed there. Okay. Secondly, you can donate to Philippine Red Cross. Thirdly, you can donate to Samaritan's Purse. Just go to their website. Thirdly, you can donate to Compassion International. Fifthly, you can donate to Caritas. Okay, it's a Catholic charitable organization, and they're very good and effective in terms of distributing relief goods and help to those displaced by Typhoon Ulysses. Now, moving on to the second order of business for today's vlog, we're going to talk about the current status of COVID-19 restrictions here in Ontario and what it means to us. I was at the clinic yesterday waiting for my turn to be called when I happened to watch Premier Doug Ford's announcement on new restrictions regarding COVID 19. Effective Monday, November 23, 2020, at 12:01 a.m., Peel and Toronto will be on lockdown. This means that all essential businesses will remain open, such as schools, childcare centers, hospitals, um, restaurants too, but non-essential businesses will have to shutter until further notice. Okay. Now, as for Waterloo, it was also announced that Waterloo, as of November 23, 2020, this coming Monday, at 12:01 a.m., will be moved up to the red control restriction. We're now on red control. We're not far behind the Peel region and Toronto. And according to the doctor who saw me yesterday, a lockdown is actually inevitable. So we're back to where we were before, during the first lockdown, when the gathering size limits were imposed. Now for indoor, the gathering size limit for indoor is up to 5 people, and for outdoor, up to 10 people. And you still have to observe and practice social distancing and other safety protocols, mask. If you want to wear face shield, that's also good, and keep washing your hands and stay healthy. The problem now that we're facing, which wasn't in the first lockdown, was we are approaching winter and the temperature obviously has plummeted, making it really cold for everyone. This is actually flu season, the time when our immune system all gets depressed because of the cold season. And that becomes the problem. We become more vulnerable, not only the elderly and those with pre-existing conditions, we become more vulnerable to contracting COVID-19 because of the climate. That's why I really think that there is a possibility that we might be celebrating Christmas on lockdown. So this is really different. We don't want a lockdown. We want to keep the economy rolling. We want to keep fighting, but it's really hard if we move on and our COVID-19 cases is up to over 1,000. We're not really a big country, we're only about 34 million. We cannot afford our population to be decimated just because of a pandemic. We're relying solely on manpower, and manpower and labor is actually one of our resources here in Canada. And I think the Trudeau government recognizes that, and because they value human life. I think they recognize that. That's why I think the Ford government, at some point, depending on what will happen in the next 2 weeks, if the trend of COVID-19 positive cases continue to rise, we're gonna be on lockdown just like Toronto and Peel, and we can expect a lockdown Christmas. So what can you and I do to avoid a possible lockdown, or at least delay the lockdown for maybe a week or two? Before we go to the possible answers, I'd like you to hit subscribe if you like the content of this channel. And if you're new to my channel, hit like and subscribe. It's completely free. And hit the notification bell for future video uploads. Number 1, whether you like it or not, whether you hate it because it's itchy, you still need to wear a mask. So wear a mask. It will not 100% guarantee that you'll be protected from COVID-19, but at least psychologically, to some degree, it will keep you from actually getting that COVID-19 virus. Okay? So just wear it. Just wear it. If it's 80%, if it can protect you 80 to 90%, it's better than 0% protection. So wear a mask. Number 2, social distancing. In fact, I would even go further. If you can help yourself, just stay at home, avoid crowds. If you can help yourself, don't go outside unless you really have to, like you're picking up a medication from pharmacy, And if you're going to see a doctor at walk-in clinic, or you need to pick up some groceries because you're low on food supply, go ahead. But other than that, do not get out of your house. Social distancing or no socializing at all. That's number 2. Number 3, wash your hands. Number 4, stay healthy. Keep yourself warm. Here in Canada, it's already very cold and we're hitting 0 degrees up to -4 degrees Celsius, especially at night. So keep yourself warm and stay healthy. Eat properly and sleep. It's very important to sleep. If you can avoid going to parties, don't go to parties. Please, please, have mercy on yourself and on your family. And for those who don't even know that they are carrying the virus, please spare us. Don't give us your virus. We would love you if you do that. Okay, so this is all I got for now. Your girl Ivy has to go, and see you next week on my next vlog. Bye, bye, bye. God bless you.